songs will come rushing back in just a moment. This is BBC Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker and 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 10 o'clock. This is Harvey Cook. A British woman trapped in Sudan claims that some UK embassy staff have already been evacuated from the country as clashes between rival military factions continue for a second week. British nationals have criticised the government response to their plight. Ministers say it's a rapidly moving and complex situation, and the advice to UK nationals is to stay safe and get in contact with the Foreign Office. The British woman, who hasn't given her name, is upset at what she feels is a lack of support for her and her family, and told the BBC their lives are in grave danger.
We were considering at one point to be joining a UN convoy to the border earlier today. We were kind of advised by the British government, as per their travel advice, to not do that, so we didn't. We recently just found out that actually all British embassy remaining staff have been on that convoy. So really, we have no idea what we're going to do. We're alone here. Everybody is just alone here at this point.
The new Deputy Prime Minister, Oliver Dowden, has said there'll be no letting up in the high standards he expects of civil servants after his predecessor Dominic Raab quit in the wake of a report into bullying. Mr Raab was found to be intimidating and aggressive towards officials. After standing down, he accused some activist civil servants of trying to block him. Mr Dowden admitted that he had frustrations dealing with officials in the past, but said he'd been able to work constructively with them.
I think we can work constructively together. What I would not want to be the outcome of this is that there is some kind of diminution in the ability of ministers to expect the highest standards, because in the end, senior civil servants and senior ministers are united in their goal of serving the British people.
An alarm will be heard on smartphones across the UK at 3 o'clock this afternoon. The government is testing a new emergency alert, which could be used in the future to warn people about life-threatening situations. The head of the education regulator Ofsted has defended the way school inspections are carried out in England after a head teacher killed herself in January. Ruth Perry took her life while waiting for the publication of a report downgrading her primary school in Berkshire to inadequate. Ofsted has since confirmed that it will adjust aspects of the inspection system, such as the way complaints are managed. But in her first broadcast interview since Miss Perry's death, the Chief Inspector, Amanda Spielman, told Laura Koonsberg's programme that the one-word grading system would stay.
If we changed simply the wording of the judgments and that the same judgments were there but with a different label on them, in 3 or 6 or 9 months' time, people would be saying it's not about the precise wording, it's about what they signify. Every judgment in the system has a use at the moment. They are used not just for parents but also for government in allocating support.
So Mo Farah has just begun to run his final marathon in London. In the public race, more than 45,000 runners are raising millions for charity. In the weather, it'll be unsettled with variable cloud and spells of rain, colder and windy in the far north of Scotland. And that's the BBC News at 3 minutes past 10.
Well, thank you very much. Love songs. Hour 2.
BBC Radio 2.
Yeah, I've sent that bit.